from the body shot. And Maurice Hooker, emphatic in his return to the ring, smooth and powerful.
That's the way to come back after your first knockout loss, to come back with a first-round knockout.
And did it with ease. I mean, just throwing easy shots and ended that fight quickly.
Look, limited sample size with just under a round from Maurice Hooker, but you have to love his commitment to the jab, which was there.
Lackluster card tonight. You know, it's not Maurice Hooker's fault. It's not Liam Smith's fault. So far, the two of the first main fights on the card, Liam Smith and now Maurice Hooker, had late replacements, as in 1 week late replacements. This guy right here, Uriel, Perez. And then in the last fight, Liam Smith, I forgot who he fought, and I fucking covered the fight. Look, that's the type of night I'm having. Low drugged up. I'm having some issues with my broken tooth. I'm TstreeT Controversy this Friday night with FightView360.com, December the 20th. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Right? So, Maurice Hooker is at 147 pounds right now. I don't think he can get back down to 140. You know, like, they seem to be, especially the commentators, trying to seem to keep the door open, and he's not even really keeping the door open. 147 is where he needs to be. There was even talk of him having issues getting down to this catch weight of 144 pounds. But the thing is, where does he fit at 147? Especially he's in the same stable as Bomac, who trains Terrence Crawford. So, you know, there is some questions about, like, well, which way does he go for a title at 147 pounds? And how long would it take him to get to a title shot at 147 pounds? If it's not with the WBO or if it's going to be with the WBC, who right now Errol Spence is the current champion, IBF, Errol Spence is the current champion, and WBA Super World, where Manny Pacquiao, maybe they're waiting for him to retire. I don't know. So we're going to listen to a post-fight interview. And frankly, like, he's not ranked nowhere. I mean, you know, former WBO 140-pound champion. He's still ranked number 6 by the WBO. Josh Taylor has the WBA and the IBF. Jose Ramirez fighting February against Victor Postol. You know, I'm just trying to see where Maurice Hooker goes, you know? So we're going to do a quick, oh, wait, let's turn it up.
Maurice Hooker is back. We didn't see him very long, Sergio, but what you see, I just wonder, he was starving himself to get to 140. We saw him loopy. We saw him in that fight against Mikkel LaPierre, where he had to stand between rounds. He couldn't sit. He was struggling. It took all he could just to get through that fight. So I just wonder if he can make 140 and be strong. He was strong here tonight.
He was strong, but he fought at a catchweight. And when I asked him, is he going to stay at 147? He said, no, this is not for a title. I have the luxury of fighting at 145. So this is a one-time thing for him. And I expect him to go down to 140 again.
Let's go to CopyBox numbers just to get an indication. I'd be interested to see just how many jabs he landed here. All right, 16.
Because I feel the same, like there's really no place for him at 147, especially with all the politics. But to get down to 140, he's going to have to hire a high power strength and conditioning coach. Like, he's got to be on his shit, especially with that big body frame. He's 6 foot, you know? And he does look huge for the weight. So we're going to have to say, we're going to pause and wait for a post-fight interview on TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. Oh, wait, they're in the ring with him.
After your loss over the summer, how'd you feel about your performance?
Man, I feel good. You know, I just want my belt back. You know, I do whatever I can to get my belt back. Josh Taylor, whoever that got at 140, I'm ready. I want my belt back.
You jumped up in weight for this fight. How different did you feel, if at all, at 144 pounds?
This fight, the weight really mattered to me. You know, I was just prepared. I got a new team. You know, we trained very hard for this, and the weight didn't bother me. I was just ready.
Your first fight working with this guy, Brian McIntyre, what kind of difference did that make for you in the gym coming into it?
You know, tonight I really couldn't show y'all really too much, but the next fight I will. You know, it just helped me get my rhythm, my head moving, my defense, everything, the power, sitting on my shots. You know, is him, Coach Red, Coach Two-Tone, Coach, you know, everybody.
You had your jab going, it seemed right from the beginning, and then you landed a big body shot. Take me through the very end of this fight and what you saw from Perez.
I know when I hit him with the body shot, that he was still complaining about the top of the head, but I knew it hurt from that body. And that's when I seen him back up to the ropes. I went to attack. But I knew he couldn't risk me with my jab. I feel like I'm the best boxer at 140 with the jab. Nobody can out-jab me. Nobody can beat me if I'm desperate.
You have said you want to go back to 140 pounds. Why are you so committed to that? You're a big guy. You could pretty easily make welterweight.
I just want my belt back. You know, where I'm from, I can't go out like that. You know, going out like this, me like a coward. I want to fight the real champions, get my belt back, you know.
Congratulations, Mo.
Thank you.
Guys.
Interesting stuff there, Sergio. It hurt his pride.
So he will be headed back down to 140 pounds. Good. You know, he has a better chance there, especially if Jose Ramirez moves up, which is heavily rumored that he will sometime in 2020 if he keeps winning. But first, him and Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor have got to fight. It's got to be an undisputed there. That'll be 2 at 140 pounds in the last 2.5 years or so. That's crazy. Shout out to Mo Hooker, though. Wasn't his fault. That dude, you know, was a late replacement and everything. You know, let's see what he does next. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.